Good afternoon, everybody. Right, okay, this is a pre-recorded because I've got a load of meetings this afternoon, so it looks like I've got a cat here as well. So, first contact emails, yeah. Today's live has actually been requested by one of our followers. They were asking us about first contact emails. They just wanted to know the easiest way to set all this up, and we just gave them a structure to follow. And it's something that we're actually asked a lot in our industry, okay? Where we work, everyone's asking us this. So especially at the moment where obviously sales are slowing down, so everyone's like, how are we going to get sales in? How are we going to get our leads profitable? Why are we not getting return on our investment? Okay, no worries. It's really, really easy to do. Now, it's something we've worked out loads of times for individual and independent estate agents, especially, who just are really, really keen to stand out from all that copy and pasted generic stuff, let's call it. Okay, so actually let's just walk through the document Dan put together for that person, and then if you feel like it would be useful for you to either save this video, you can just come back to it any time and then follow it through, and you can pause when you need to get information, or just send us a comment or send us a message on Messenger, or even call me. I've got a telephone number, guys. It's 017435017. I love chatting. I love listening, actually, more than anything, in case you didn't know that. We're happy to share this stuff. It's useful for you right now. We want the best agents in this industry to stand out so they can help the people who need them right now. Please, if you're a good agent, please give us a shout. We want to help you. Anyway, let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me just pull up the doc. Okay, here we go. So, somebody asked, I don't know how this happened, but somebody asked Danny, one of our followers asked Daniel for help with the first contact email framework. Dan's always sending that stuff to people for free. If you want anything for free, just ask Dan. Don't hesitate to ask him, and if he can do it, he'll let you know. He's incredible. Anyway, the point is that everyone should have these set up, especially if you're using either valuation tool or you're just getting people interested in what it is you do, coming in from your Facebook page, your LinkedIn page, your TikTok page, your Instagram page. Just get these set up, okay? People are bombarded with information. They'll forget who you are, unfortunately, if you don't stand out from all the noise right now that's in this industry, in this marketplace. It's saturated, okay? It's crazy. There are not enough houses. There are too many houses stuck on the market as well. I don't need to see what's going on. Anyway, so first contact email framework, I'm going to start right now. So arguably the first point of contact you have with your leads is the most important message that you can send to them. It's the first impression. This is what switches them on or switches them off. Okay, now one of the biggest things as well, if you don't get this right, it's likely to head straight to the spam even before anyone's even seen it. That is really important to be aware of. Okay, you could be paying for emails to go out, thinking that you're all okay and set up, and they're just going into the spam and no one's even noticing you're sending them. Okay, so watch out for that, please, especially if you're paying for something to go out, if you've set something up. Now, in this document, we're going to go through how to write your first contact email for your valuation tool leads. Okay, this is what the specific question was. Okay, so basically, though, the same formula and principle can be used for contact any type of leads at all, because you just want to remember that it's just about context. If someone's been referred to your agency by a friend, it's going to be completely different to a valuation tool. All you need to do is put yourself in their shoes. Just think, what would you like to receive if you were that person? And you just want your email to reflect that. You don't want it to be generic. Yeah, everyone does these generic crappy things you say. I don't think it's very helpful for you. Okay, I know something's better than nothing, but it's time to step up now the industry's slowed down. Okay, let's begin. The goal for your first contact email is just to start a conversation and get someone comfortable with talking with you. So here are the steps. First step is, who is the recipient? Now, Dan's written in here, are your leads coming from a Zoopla valuation, for example? The reason we picked this out is because I'm very much aware how inaccurate Zoopla could be. If I looked at what Zoopla reckons all my property portfolio is worth, I would be a gazillionaire. I wish, I'm not, okay? But that's how inaccurate it really is sometimes. You know this, I don't need to tell you. So let's say that they've come through your Zoopla evaluation that you're paying for. Maybe they're coming from a valuation tool you pay for. Maybe it's ValPal, maybe it's RightVal, maybe it's one of those big ones, okay? Maybe it's a small one, it doesn't matter, okay? Maybe they're coming from a seller's guide that you paid someone to create for you, that you've been sharing out, okay? There is no one-size-fits-all approach, okay? That's going to work for every lead. It just doesn't work that way, okay? Instead, you want to relate your email to what has happened to your lead in the past 5 minutes. These can all be sectioned out as if you know where your leads are coming from. It's easy, okay? All can be done. Now, for example, if you get your leads from Zoopla or Rightmove, it's likely for the past 5 minutes they've been inundated with calls from your competition already. Calls and emails, I would imagine, okay? A lot of them are going to be generic. On top of that, most of these leads usually have no direct desire to work with an agent or speak about what it is you do. You know this, you take the calls, okay? So knowing this particular information, you just want to write an email with a softer approach, because there is a high chance they're a property owner, even if they're not putting the information in for the reasons that you want them to. You're usually just looking for some type of number to give to somebody else or for their own peace of mind. Usually for a mortgage broker at the moment, obviously, to get, try and get a new mortgage, and I don't need to explain why. So the second step will be this, the subject line. Okay, so to begin with, again, you want to put yourself in their shoes, where they come from, what it's they've just done. Just write a sentence along the lines of this example. Feedback on your instant valuation of, let's say, 9 Holly Road, okay? Results of your instant valuation from, let's say, 3 Knoll Close. No, that's wrong. Results from your instant valuation from your agency name, let's say, Tina's Estate Agency, okay? Contact address, which is you, whatever your house is, let's say 9 Holly Road. Feedback for your Zoopla valuation. And Dan said I will choose this one as an example, so I will follow Dan's lead here. So I haven't gone through this document before, I just saw it and I thought it'd be useful to share. Now, the good thing is with these kind of emails is if you've got a cool CRM or system set up, if you're using Go High Level, yeah, this is amazing. If you're using Go High Level, you can just plug this in, plug and play. Or if you were using an email setting platform to automatically add people's names, property names and data from the instant valuation, you don't even have to think about it. That's so cool. And automating emails and that gives you back time. It gets you better results because you don't have to think about it. It doesn't get forgotten. It's just done. It's all set up, done and dusted, finished, okay? Something to think about. If you need help with this kind of stuff, give us a shout. We do this with Go High Level. It's what the whole industry people use right now. Everyone feels like copied us because we started last year. Anyway, that's relevant. Third step is the email reintroduction. Again, you put yourself in their shoes. When you're sending an email to one of your leads, you want to be explaining the reason why you have their details. Otherwise, it's really yucky, yeah, when you receive them. Believe me, I've received quite a lot in the past. You want to say why you're contacting them. Think about how you would feel when you receive the email. Try and work out what position they're in when they first put their data in, okay? Now, if your leads come from a Zoopla valuation, you just want to explain in the email that you're emailing them just because they filled in their information into the Zoopla valuation to value their property, okay? Let's put in an example here. So basically you just say who it is you are, where it is you're coming from, and the reason why you're doing it, okay? Again, those little bracket things, it's just if you have CRMs which can just take the data direct from the form that's been filled in, you won't have to type in that data, it'll all be automated. If you're doing it by hand, you'll have to just write in, who you are and your name and all that kind of stuff. Now, fourth step, you want to add value. Otherwise, they've got no reason to be reading your email. They've got no reason to keep from pressing, oh God, another spammy person's spamming me. And that's what will happen if there's not something there that's going to benefit them right from the outset. To capture their imagination, you've got to capture their attention. They need to have a reason to be reading your email and hopefully not marking you as spam from that first moment, okay? That is essential. People get too many emails. But if you want to be one of those emails that are always coming into the inbox, this is what you do. So Danny says here, one thing you must always remember when speaking to leads is that they're never going to agree to something that does not benefit them. Why would they? What this means is that we need to add a bit more value to the conversation than, can I value a house and see how much it's worth? Or in so many words, okay? Because everyone else would have said that too. You're like, oh God, not another estate agent. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to frame this email entirely towards the benefit of the person who's put in their details, the recipient, aka the lead. So, for example, you guys all know that super valuation can be so far off the truth to what's actually someone's house is actually worth, okay? But the general public do not know this, okay? You know that, okay? So in this email, you can use that information to actually build some trust and authority on the subject, okay? So like Dan's put in here, I wanted to let you know about the inaccuracies of the super valuation that you received that you might not be aware of. For example, on the Zoopla website, they explain that any unique features in your home, renovations or the condition of your property will not be accounted for in the valuations. You could probably say on an online or instant valuation, okay, to make it even more clear. Would it be useful for you to know the exact value of your home in today's market? Just asking them, do they want to know how much it's worth right now, properly, you know? And then you just quietly put in, you know, if you are thinking of selling, then we can also analyse how to get the best price and what a great process would be so you could do so, okay? And you'd put this in your own words, yeah? It would be coming from you. And then you just ask them a question, okay? Is this something you'd like to know more about? Can you feel how that email went there? It went from explaining the reason why to how it could benefit them just to reach out to you, just ask that question. Okay, so let's down put here. And after that, simply close the email. You want to end the email with a question so they come back to you, therefore starting the conversation, which was the whole point of the email in the first place. Okay, that is the point of an email or text or anything. Okay, so Dan's put a completed example below here. Now, if you were using like our CRM, let's say, oh, this would be added in for you, just come in direct and just, you know, think about it. If you're doing it for yourself, obviously you need to put all this in. Okay, but it just tells you, like, you know, this is Tina Johns from Tina Sandfield Digital. I'm emailing you back from the online valuation request from Zoopla, the property search website for your property in 9 Holly Road, let's say. I wanted to let you know about the inaccuracies of the Zoopla valuation that you received that you might not be aware of. For example, on the Zoopla website, they do explain that any unique features in your homes, renovations, conditions and all this will not be accounted for in, I would say, in the instant valuations. Would it be useful for you to know the exact value of your home in today's market? If you're thinking of selling, then we can also analyse how to get the best price and what a good process would be for you. Is this something you'd like to know more about? And then, kind regards, Tina. And then this is obviously what it'll look like. I'm not quite sure what that's for. And there you go. Okay, so that's it. That's for today. Right, so if you would like this, if you'd like a copy of this, just send us a message. You can either comment below and we'll send it over to you. You could email us if you want to, tina@tinasandford.com. You could message us. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, well, we're everywhere. Okay, just find us. I'm not on TikTok, guys. I don't have time right now. You could just phone me if you want to. I'm really happy to take calls. I can listen to what you have to say. 017 20 435 017. And just visit us on our website, estateagentsuccess.com. Okay, hope that's useful. If you want a copy of this to create your own, if you want to talk about this to set up your own, if you want help setting these kind of things up, give us a shout, because we're doing 100 days of goodwill at the moment and we want to help the best estate agents in the UK get out there so that people get looked after, let's say. Okay, hope that's helpful. Cheerio.